Oh, yay! 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 My lords, ladies and gentlemen, elven folk, green men, fae and fairy all! Today is the ancient and most sacred festival of May. On this most merry May morn, here in Glastonbury, we unite to celebrate in the time-honoured tradition of this prestigious day of Beltane. Good people gathered here in Avalon, I am delighted to proclaim that today we celebrate the birth of young Jack in the Green. Today we await the arrival of the May Queen. Today the Green Men will bear their pole through these very streets. Today you, the fine people of Beltane, will welcome in the summer. Halanto, Jolly Rumble-o, we were up long before the day-o, to welcome in the summer, to welcome in the Mayo, for summer is a-coming in, and winter's gone away-o. God save the King! May Glastonbury flourish!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. The Glastonbury Town Crier, Brad, is with us. He made it.
With a bigger hat.
Yeah, and he survived my cooking on my new grill, which is always good. How are we doing, Jeff? Welcome back.
We're doing good. If you need to turn your mic up a little bit, though. You're kind of soft.
Oh, is it kind of soft? Right, I'll have to have a work out how I do that. Yeah, keep talking. What's going on in the comments?
We have Station Master with us. He says he had a quiet day. Gardener came and the place is looking tidy now. Tomatoes are going red. Roland Baer explained that the reason that he wanted that video was somebody named Carl May, who is deceased before any of us was born. But he is the root reason for the video. Oh, I'm going to have to do some investigating and figure that out. And it just so happens I'll be going through there in about 4 or 5 days. So if there's an additional video that needs to be made, I can do it.
Absolutely brilliant.
Kathy is with us. And Sweep the Cat is with us. Jackie is with us. The Wandering Plunderer is with us. Andrew Graham is with us. I think that's everybody.
That's enough to be going on with. So how's your week been, Jeff? You've been driving around a bit. You've been to New York, haven't you, this week?
I have been to New York, just right outside New York City limits. Yes, it's been a crazy, crazy, crazy week, but I survived it, and I'm headed west. I have a load going to Minnesota, and from Minnesota, I'm sure they're going to route me home.
No, hopefully, yes, because that's right across country, because you're over in the west, aren't you? But that's good. So, anything else happening in your week? Anything exciting going on over there? Apart from going
YouTube? No, nothing at all.
Except the little earthquake the other night. Albeit a small one, you had an earthquake.
Yes, it was not any big deal. It was strong enough that I saw him checking the bridges and stuff.
Oh,
but
really?
It was not. Yeah, but it was not bad. I think we had a smaller one afterward. We had a
aftershock.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we've paid a lot of money to get this guy here, so we're not just going to use him as a set decoration.
That's news to me.
Yeah, didn't you
Cough up.
Did you not do? I thought Jeff had done it. Jeff thought I'd done it. It's one of those things. It's Glastonbury. Welcome. It's so lovely to have Brad with us. Brad and I have known each other for quite a time. A few years now. And I was saying tonight, I was so pleased when I found out he'd been made into our new town crier. We've just done an interview downstairs, which will be coming out on Friday. So if you want to know all about what this chap does and why he does it, I don't think he's worked that one himself out yet. we're gonna do that. Interesting. I found out something interesting also tonight. Brad here has a day job when he's not rigged out like this or rigged out as a dragon lord. Dragon Master, beg your pardon.
Dragon Herald,
even. He is a lecturer in media and film studies. So we have a lot in common. And we've been talking tonight, and along with Jeff, we thought it would be a great idea if we had a regular piece each month with Brad, where he can tell everybody what's going on in Glastonbury, what's worth coming to visit, what isn't worth coming to visit, where he's going to be if you want to go and see him. And then we'll film that, and it can go on the channel, and it can go on our channel, and then everybody can be up to date with what's going on. And you get to see his pretty face rather than mine. Do you think I should get some chops?
Everyone should have chops.
Everyone should have chops. Jeff, can you grow some chops, mate?
I could grow them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You guys remember, what was that guy's name? Engelbert Humperdinck, was that his name?
Yes, the singer. Now, he had quite a set, didn't he? But
yeah, and so did that guy that you were friends with, that Mongo Jerry.
Yeah. Yes, that was, oh, Christ, I've forgotten his name. My memory is rubbish. Anyway, I'll come back to it. But yes, he had quite a set of them as well. Yes, he really did. I kind of remember them when I was young in the 70s, when people like Humperdinck were around. They were called sideburns.
Yeah.
They weren't called chops. They were called sideburns. And they always had those like aviator glasses and a little two-seater sports car, and they drove around with their sideburns looking cool. And they were all called Jason or something. It was a very weird time, the 70s. It really, really was. Anybody else in the comments there, Jeff?
Did you have the in the 70s? Did you have the shoes that had the goldfish in the heels?
No, that I didn't do that. I had the jeans with the lightning flash up the side, which were like bell-bottom flares, and I had platform heels. I did have a set of silver zipped up because I was into Slade. I admit it. I liked Slade. I still do. I like Slade. And so, of course, you know, nothing to an 8-inch heel and a 4-inch platform, you know, bring it on. And I had those.
We've lost Brad.
I'll take my hat off. It was good for the intro, but
it was a very good intro. Very, very good intro. That's a great hat, by the way. It's got dragons and a Tor on it, embossed in the leather, really beautifully made. And in the video on Friday when it comes out, in the description below, you'll see a link to the people that made that hat. They're friends of Brad's, and they do really good leather work. So we like to promote people around here, so we'll put a link to them in the comments.
Triba Mythica.
So if anybody out there has got a question for this Herbert, then put it in the comments, because he's here to answer your questions, like why do you do it, how much did he pay you, all that sort of thing. Just put them in the comments, and Jeff will pipe up and ask those questions away.
Mason Lawson just popped in. He said, who is sitting in the studio tonight with Gabriel? He is Brad, the new town crier.
In full regalia, because he's quite sad and he walks around like this all the time.
I've spent, I think, more time in this over the last week than I have in any other clothes. I mean, more time in the regalia than out of it.
Absolutely. That's why I've got the windows open. Yeah, a bit of a pong, but anyway, it's great to have this lovely man here with us tonight. And I think we are lucky in as much as we've got someone who is young, keen, and really excited to take this role on and run with it. I think one of the things about David was his longevity. He'd been here a while. He built up that respect. People liked him. They came to think, David will be at this event.
Absolutely.
You know, and that will come with you. I'm sure it will, because, you know, because, I mean, if you see this guy out in public, he's a natural. Kids only run away for the first 5 minutes. Then they're brought back screaming, and they're okay after that. Isn't that right?
I love doing it. I love just representing this community that has been so good to me for the last 12 years while I've been here, since I washed up here. Glastonbury's community has been so amazing, and just being able to be in a position to give back and be as good for Glastonbury as it's been for me. I will never be as good as Glastonbury has been for me, but if I can pay back just that much.
Now, that's what he writes on his CV. The truth of the matter is, I found out tonight, I said, who's your fan base? And he said, old ladies. Now we know why he does what he does. All this, I'm giving back to the community. No, he likes his adoring Dorises, don't you?
That was off the record.
We've given it all away.
He's here, what? He's here, what, 12 minutes? You've already got him in trouble?
Well, you know.
Mary Fennell asks, good evening, Gabriel, Jeff, and Brad. Brad, do you get a sore throat sometimes?
No. Well, no more than the ordinary person gets a sore throat. There's technique. It's about, the throat is just like the last part of where the sound starts. It starts way down here, and I have to like inhale, and my ribs open up and my neck opens up and my whole body just turns into this resonating chamber, and then the sound just kind of comes out of my mouth. Throat barely involved at all.
Give us an oh yay, oh yay, oh
right
yay.
now.
You're right now, yeah.
Oh yay! Oh yay! Oh yay!
I'm just waiting for the ringing in my ears to go away. But that's incredible. That really is incredible.
I have to wear
plugs.
I do.
Really?
They should be in my pocket. I can't find them. There's so many things in this pocket. It's really deep. Anyway, yeah, I have to wear earplugs.
Yeah.
Because one, the bell is right here.
Yeah.
Right next to this ear.
Yeah.
Jason Lawson says, question, Brad, you are very young to be doing this wonderful job. What do your friends think?
They love it. They love it. Most of my friends are just as weird as I am. And yeah, it was recommended to me by friends that they said, "Oh, Brad, you should do it." So my wife loves it as well.
Does she?
She loves being taken to all the fancy events as the town crier.
My husband is town crier.
Yeah, she loves it.
She can dine out on that for years. Oh, good on her. Good on her. So
Roland says, now he knows what to do for the next 50 years.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. I think the longest serving town crier at the moment has just gone for 40 years. Don't quote me on that. That's just something I think I know. 40 years. So if I can get to 40 years, I'm 35 now. So if I can get to 40 years, if I get to 41 years, I'll be 76, which is a year on David. So
that's it. Because I mean, you have to remember, David was in his 70s. You forget that when you look at him. He looks like a 50-something-year-old, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He does.
And his wife as well. They're a great couple, and I think they're having the time of their lives now. If any of you knew David, he's enjoying his retirement, as his wife has now retired. And they are spending quality time together. I think they've been on a cruise, haven't they? They went on a holiday or somewhere, I think.
I think David spends more time out of
the country than in these days.
Yeah, and I don't blame him. He worked hard. He was a teacher at the local school, and I greatly respected. I've been with him when kids have come up to him and said, "Hello, sir."
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
And that in this day and age is to be treasured. I think it's so unusual.
The hardest working man on the island just joined us, Ian.
Hey, Ian, how you doing?
Let's see. Gaming console gaming adventures is joining us. Hello, everyone. Just a quick hello. Hello. We're glad you're with us. We wish that you could stay longer. It's going to be a good show.
Yeah. I'd like just to draw people's attention to my new backdrop. As you know, I've been working very hard in this studio. I've transformed it from, I don't want to say what it was, it's a rude word, but I've transformed it from that word into what it is now. And as you can see, look, I've got a printer. So I printed out the labels that were handwritten last time you dropped in, and that's looking tidy. Everything has a box, everything has its place. And over there, we have our wonderful new, look at that in the corner. As you know, we are sponsored by...
I see we have ashes from the unsubscribers.
Yes, ashes from... If you, I mean, you don't want to end up in that box. That one in the middle, ashes of unsubscribers. Next to it is the kitty crack supply, just here. That's where the cats keep their contraband. And can you see the tube behind you? A little, like a
Apparently, Console Gaming Adventures is Pete, because Station Master says, "Hello, Pete. I assume it's you," and he says yes. Pete, tell us how your mom's doing.
Oh yes, how is your mum doing?
Jackie says Ray Dorset of Mungo Jerry.
Ray Dorset, that's it. Do you know, I had a great night with him back in the day, from 2006 to about 2013. I was a festival photographer. I used to go around professionally photographing festivals, and I was backstage at Wayfest up in near London, and I've been having a cup of tea with the guy running the stage, and Ray Dorset is one of these guys. He plays because he loves playing, not because he's a rock star. He just loves. And you know the old Monty Python thing with a person on the stage, and to get them off, the shepherd's crook comes in and they get yanked. It's like that. He is really notoriously difficult to get off stage. He just gets into this. He gets into this kind of zone, and he's doing it. And his band are like that as well. I think he did about 4 encores, but boy, were they good. Anyway, about half an hour after they came off, I had a transit van, and we're all sitting around having a cup of tea. And he walks in and he says, "Hey, boys," and he's from London. "Hey, boys, mind if I join you?" So I said, yeah, come in. And man, can that guy talk? He can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. 4 o'clock in the morning, we eventually got to sleep. Lovely guy, though. Lovely guy. And I'll tell you what, if you see Mungo Jerry performing anywhere, get a ticket. There's 2 bands, I would say, from the 70s. If you see them performing, don't ask questions, buy a ticket. That's Mungo Jerry, and the other one, Focus. If you remember Focus, the Dutch band.
Love Focus.
One of the best gigs.
Love Focus.
One of the best gigs I ever went to was, I was photographing at Wayfest, the same festival, Mungo Jerry, but a different year. They came on and they had a new guitarist, and he was a young lad. Oh my God, he completely, you just forget about Jan Ackerman. This guy, he just wiped the floor. Absolutely incredible. But yeah, very good nights, very good bands, very good bands. You like Focus as well?
I love Focus.
Tish Van Leer's
Vincent Lawson says, "Brad, do you finish by saying God save the king?"
Yes.
I finished by saying "May Glastonbury flourish," but I do God save the king. But then Glastonbury is a little bit rebellious, so we honor the king, but Glastonbury comes first. So, yeah, God save the king, may Glastonbury flourish is kind of
where we're at.
Where we're at with that. Yeah, yeah.
Because a few things have changed recently. I mean, the the shield of Glastonbury has changed a bit, hasn't it? And things have been slightly updated, but with an eye on tradition. We were talking earlier on in the interview about how important tradition is, and how this country is kind of built on those traditions. And if we lose those traditions, I think we lose sense of who we are. I really do.
The magic that is an undercurrent in everything that happens, from even as much as even something as mundane as setting up a business. You have to jump through all these arcane hoops, all these little rituals that need doing, and all of this kind of ceremony really that needs to be undertaken. Is all part of the magic that keeps society running. I think it's fascinating.
Absolutely. And I think it's one of the things that we're always known for our pageantry, and I think that pageantry links into that tradition. It's pageantry, I think, is tradition manifesting itself.
Yeah,
it's one way of looking
yeah. It's peeling back the skin of reality and looking in and seeing, oh wow,
and putting it all back again.
Yeah.
Mark Burgess wants to know if you're available for parties and bar mitzvahs.
I'm available for whatever people need. If I have the time, if I'm available, I'm available for parties. I'm available for weddings. I'm available for business openings. I'm available for
business closings,
art exhibitions, festivals, village fetes, christenings, bar mitzvahs, whatever. I'm.
There you go. I will. There is an email address, which we will put up in a little while. But for now, it is. If anyone wants to write this down, it is
Glastonbury Town Crier, one word, at protonmail.com.
There you go.
That's Glastonbury Town Crier at protonmail.com.
So just think Glastonbury Town Crier, then think crappy Middle East, Far Eastern car in the 80s. Do you remember the Protons?
No.
They were horrible.
I only spent 30 days in the 80s.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You were lucky. You were lucky. We had to go in one end and one out the other end. A long time. Long time. Many things happening. Has anything happening in the comments section?
Ian says he's on holiday. Well, don't leave us hanging. Tell us where you're at.
Yeah,
where you at, Ian?
Yeah, come on, Ian. Where you at? What are you doing?
I don't know if I mentioned yet. We have the Wandering Ponderer with us.
I don't.
I saw him pop in. I haven't seen him say anything yet, but he's had a very, very busy week. So he's probably just enjoying sitting in. We have Andrew Norris with us.
Oh, my dear Andrew.
Saying hello to everybody.
Yesterday, I spent the day in London with Andrew. We made 3 films and we had the time of our lives. I thoroughly enjoyed his company. He's a totally wonderful, nice guy. And we are going to be doing something again. We put a film together between us on the spur of the moment. I mean, he suggested it while I was on the coach. I researched it. Well, I got to London, we filmed it. But next time he's in London, we are going to have one planned, and we're going to do a collaboration film up there somewhere about something. We don't know what yet, but hey, watch this space. I have got a little bit of an interview because obviously I filmed an interview with Andrew in a rather nice pub. And so I'm going to play out a little bit of that later, but that's going to be coming out very soon. Friday will be Brad. Over the weekend, we'll be putting out the one with Andrew. I've also got another few films that I've got to get out. So there's probably going to be a few films coming out over the next few days, but certainly Andrew Norris and Brad will be the next 2 coming out. So that was great. We had a great day, and we went to this amazing museum called the Hunterian Museum. Has anybody ever been? Have you heard of it? The Hunterian Museum is a museum housed within the Royal College of Surgeons building, and they're right in the middle of where all the solicitors are up in London there. And you go in this building, it's like got this huge Palladian front with the porticos and these massive columns, real sort of 17th century look at who we are, because I mean they were surgeons back then. And then you walk in and your jaw hits the floor. You'll see this in the video, but your jaw hits the floor because you are greeted by this space. They've taken the inside of the building away and they've built this huge floor to ceiling area, and then it's got balconies all around it, and then you have stairs going up like this at different angles between them. Oh, it's amazing, and it's just not what you expect to see after walking through this gorgeous Georgian frontage. Anyway, that's one aside. The Hunterian Museum, as you can imagine, being part of the Royal College of Surgeons, has lots of samples on display, thousands and thousands. There are even samples of babies. There's one row of jars in there which has fetuses in jars, starting with a little one that big, and they're just getting bigger and bigger and bigger as they go across. And then the bottom row, there's fetuses almost ready to be born. Yeah, it's quite a moving experience looking at that.
I think I'll put that in the same category as the Pooh Museum.
Yeah, I'm not going. Oh, look, there's a balloon over there. Look.
Oh yeah.
I've decided I'm not going to show that part of it. I think there's more interesting things in there. There's one bit. It's like they've got these machines now, and somebody sits there with goggles on and gloves 1,000 miles away, and these machines, which are arranged around the operating table like on arms, are doing this micro delicate stuff, and the guy's doing it over the internet. He's sitting there doing this with goggles on, and he's operating remotely. That means you can have now a top surgeon operating on a little boy in the middle of Africa, providing you've got all this technology on site in Africa to do it.
Probably easier to get the surgeon there than a load of robots.
Well, I don't know. They're not that big. They're quite little. But I said to Andrew at the time, it's like something out of Terminator.
Yeah.
There's this film, and there's this person lying there, and there's just these robots going to these little arms all around it, and it's like when they build Terminator in the film. It's quite weird, actually. Quite weird, something else. But that's the Hunterian Museum. Again, that was Andrew's idea to go there, and that was fascinating because that's somewhere I'd never have gone.
Yeah.
And we were all around Lincoln's Inn and where all the solicitors are. And I've never really walked around it. And it's a fascinating place. If you've never been there, get yourself up there. It's just off Fleet Street. And it's wonderful. The silence as you come off of Fleet Street, which is a big bustling street, you walk down an alleyway and you're in these yards. And I say these yards, they're surrounded by Georgian buildings. If you wanted to walk through in your 17th century garb, you could film and pretend that it looks like, you wouldn't even have to dress it. It just looks like you put a horse and cart in there and people in garb like you're on, you're in the 17th century. It's incredible. But the silence, I don't know what they do, but even you can see aircraft flying across on their approach to Heathrow. You can't hear them. You can't.
Do you know what time it is now?
It's very close to it. Yes, I'm watching. I've got an eye on it, and funnily enough, we're ready to go. But it's not quite time yet. We've got another 1 minute. I'm wearing my mondaine, ladies and gentlemen, which is accurate to the second.
We have Tracy Murphy, the most wonderful person. She really is a very wonderful person. Tracy Murphy, Andrew's mother, with us tonight. She's saying hello to everybody. We have Susie with us. Susie, her channel is Dyslexia Explorer's Notebook. If you haven't seen her videos, they're very, very, very nice. I enjoy her videos very much. Pete's mom gave us a good scare this evening, but everything is settled back down now. Hopefully she will get a blood transfusion tomorrow. Thank you for asking.
Oh, well, that's good. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, once every 2 weeks, we come to a certain time, and that time has come upon us now. So with great aplomb, I would like to present you with the following video. Bernie's pill. It's 8:30 and it's time to take the tablet. There you go.
If you know him, you love him. We got to keep him healthy. The world needs him.
The world needs a Bernie. Yes, absolutely. I don't know what it is. I've noticed on here the layout is different. They've updated this software in the last week or several weeks. And it used to be when I played a video, I could play another video and it would play normally. But now, since they've updated this software, if I don't delete that video once I've shown it, it sits there over the top of the next video I try to play. So if you notice that happening, it's because I've not got used to that yet. So I'm going to delete that one, so it's gone anyway. So there we go. That's that. Anybody else with any questions for young Brad here? Because if not, I've got.
Jackie says, I was once on stage with Ken Dodd. A group of girls from M&S went to the show on a works outing. I had to feed him a line to one of his jokes.
Oh, really? Oh, Doddy.
Ponderer says, I am enjoying being in this great company of wonderful people. I told you, Ponderer is enjoying a quiet moment.
Yeah. So where are the wonderful people? Can we get to meet them?
Ian says, home today. I was going out, but sadly a friend broke her wrist. So I have had a busman's holiday. Gabriel knows what that means. Yesterday I was in the New Forest.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
So enlighten me, what's a busman's holiday?
A busman's holiday is kind of doing something that you would normally do.
Andrew Norris says, it was really great to have a day with you in town. Glad to show you the Inns of Court.
Yeah, the Inns of Court. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've not been there, go. It's quite simple. You can get anywhere to St Paul's on Ludgate Hill, just walk down Fleet Street and hang a left. It's amazing. It's wonderful. It's I don't know. I just fell in love with the whole area. I could just sit around and watch the world go round down there. I'm going to go back and make a film about it, because I want to know how it became where all the solicitors are. I mean, I know it's not far from the Old Bailey, but why is that area famous for solicitors? It goes back to medieval times. A lot of the structures down there are medieval. So, I mean, there's some fascinating history going, and I think there's a film in that, which I'm going to go back at some time and put together.
Sweet the Cat says, I was on the street Tuesday and there was loads of police. I was stopped and they said there was loads of organized crime there. What the hell is that all about?
In Glastonbury?
Yeah.
Yeah. I try always, and I'm sure Brad's the same, to be positive about Glastonbury. But doesn't matter which way you look at it, we do have a law and order problem here now. We have elements of the community who drink, take drugs, sit around, can be offensive, can be, not very nice to people. The number of complaints I hear from people visiting the town saying, "Oh, I'm not coming back there again." And
I think it comes in cycles. I've found it seems to be like every 4 or 5 years, Glastonbury just hits this kind of point of lots of stuff that people are just going through, and a lot of kind of unpleasantness comes on. But then it crests and everything becomes really lovely again. I don't know if it's anything to do with the festival having its year off or stuff like that, but it just seems to just have this cycle. I've noticed it, that I've been here 12 years now, and there've been like 3 or 4 of those in 3 or 4 summers where it's just been really just not very nice. But most of the time,
I concur, but I think there's something different about this time.
Yeah.
I mean, This time we've had the MP asking questions at Prime Minister's Question Times. We've got national leaders discussing it. We've got the head of Avon and Somerset Police promising extra policing. There are things going on. I don't know. If I was a shopkeeper in Glastonbury, I would be worried because A, they have to deal with these people because shoplifting is rife, and B, if people aren't coming in because of these people. Interestingly, I visited some friends of mine who live in a place called Fordingbridge, which is a beautiful village. It's kind of south of here. It's in Hampshire. Beautiful village, and they are having exactly the same problem. As Glastonbury are. You know, people taking dumps in doorways, and it's just not nice. I mean, anyway, but that's basically it. We're going through a phase at the moment which seems to have attracted a lot of people, which means there's a lot more police going into town, and a lot more activity. So yeah, sad but true. One thing
says, I thought the crier was going to introduce Bernie.
Yeah. We do have. I think, did we have a submission from the pigeons? We did, didn't we? I'll have a look at that. I wanted to mention this though. This is something Jeff put me onto. I have cats. I have 2 cats. And if you probably have cats, you know this already. But Poppy, particularly the mother, is really bad at the old furball thing. And Jeff said, "Oh, you need to give her Petramalt." Petramalt? What's that? I've never heard of it. Anyway, I looked it up, and we don't have Petramalt per se. It's a brand name. But this came up on Amazon. This is called Amelzi Pet anti-hairball paste. And these things seem to have malt in them as one of the ingredients. But the idea of this is, as cats get older, obviously they find it harder to bring these fur balls up. I don't want to fill you with details, but Poppy brought one up a few days ago before we started this, and it was rock hard. It was really a rock hard torpedo. I was quite surprised. I thought they were soft, but no, rock hard. So basically now they're both getting this every day. But the beauty of it is they think it's treats. They fight me for it, and they lick it directly from the tube. So all I will say is, if you've got cats and they're a bit furbally, give them some of this. They'll thank you for it because they'll think you're treating them every day. Plus, I bought a special brush, so I brushed them every day to get the fur out. But yeah, it's on Amazon. It's about £9 a tube, but they will love you for it. But yeah, public notice information film there for people with cats. I'm surprised if other people don't already know it. I'm just stupid and needed to be told. But in case, you know, it's worth doing that.
Mason wants to know, question for Brad. Have you ever experienced any problems out there when you are doing your great job?
Well, then we were talking about this, weren't we?
Not really. Like generally, the community's so welcoming. Even with the rougher elements, they're always, they'll be sat on the market cross, and I'll walk past and I'll go, "Oh, town crier." So I've not really been. The vast majority of the response from the community has been so overwhelmingly positive. There's been one or two. I've got my own conspiracy theory because my surname's Crowley, and so a couple of the more kind of
stupid.
We're like, "Ooh, he's called Crowley. He must be involved with Alistair Crowley," and it's just like, "Oh, come on, grow up." So yeah, that's literally the only negativity that I've really come across with it.
I should point out, though, ladies and gentlemen, that this man is 6'5" tall, and has got muscles in his spit. Now, this guy could walk through town in a pink tutu ballet dress high heels and a wig,
I have.
and nobody is going to say boo to him because, I mean, just look at him. He can dress any way he likes and do anything he wants without fear of comeback or retribution. Is that fairly true?
I look after myself. Yeah. If anything gets really scary.
Station Master says, when I first worked in London, I took my civil service luncheon vouchers to Lincoln's Inn to the civil service canteen there.
There was a lot of that going on. I mean, because you've also got all the Inns of Courts up there. It's an amazing place. And I can't strongly enough recommend, if you're going to London and you've got an afternoon spare, get yourself up to St. Paul's, walk down the road and have a look round. Take a sandwich, take a flask of coffee, just find a bench, sit down in one of the parks down there. Just soak it up. It's wonderful. You're going back 200 years, literally.
I wonder, was he a roundhead or a parliamentarian?
Who's that?
Bernie.
Bernie?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Ask him. Bernie, was you a roundhead or a parliamentarian? Well, I hope, gentlemen, you've enjoyed. It was a great expense, as I say. Jeff is. I think there's been a bit of confusion as to the actual transactions, but they will take place at some point. I hope you've enjoyed having Brad here this evening. We are looking now, because I've got a much tidier studio and I can actually fit people in without them tripping over boxes of rubbish, to have more guests. If there's anybody you would like to see from the Glastonbury scene, give me a shout and I'll hit them up and see if they say yes. Well, I've spoken to Tommy DMK. Tommy or Tomo is one of my favourite wall artists, although I've got to say John Sicko is pretty special. Tommy was the guy when we decided to do Merlin's picture. I, without hesitation, said it's got to be done by Tommy. Beautiful mural. Really, beautiful mural. I mean, it's like Merlin is looking down at you. He's also a superb. We'll come back to that. He's also a superb tattooist, and so he's agreed to come on the show. And I'm hoping he'll bring his girlfriend as well, who's really nice. And then I'm hoping to get maybe Kim Coles or somebody from the gallery to come down. But now we've got the studio like it is. It works. It's tidy. We can do this thing. So send in suggestions. If you notice over there, look, we've got the new light as supplied by Heart of the Tribe. Absolutely.
Mason has an idea for someone you could invite on the show.
Go on.
He says, can you invite the Vicar of Glastonbury?
We can, when we've got one. Absolutely. We are... They've appointed a lady.
They have.
The new vicar is a lady. I'm not giving too much away yet because I don't know how public knowledge stuff is.
They posted it on social media.
Oh, is it on social media?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
she starts in September.
There. Yeah.
She's starting in September. I will be, as I normally do, doing an interview with her when she comes into post. And yes, I think she'll be perfect. We've just losing our priest from the Roman Catholic Church, who was a really nice guy.
Kieran.
No,
he went a while ago. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't even.
He was a curate. The priest was from the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Lovely guy. He's gone up to, I think, ministry in Swindon. I did try and get Lily, a friend of mine, who's goes to the church there, to set that up. I don't know if she has. I'm hoping we can still get in and talk to him before he goes. However, we will get hold of him, his successor. So, because we like to cover, and I think the URC church, the ladies up at the URC church, I'd like to maybe get them in because they do so much.
They do loads for the community.
Yeah.
Loads and loads.
But yes, we will be looking to contact people now. I don't think, again, I'll put it out to you. I mean, do you want a guest every week, or should we just have a guest every so often and just keep the normal format of the show? I mean,
well, I don't know about that, but I definitely want Brad back because this has been a very good show. It's been lively. It's moved right along. It's been wonderful.
I'd love to come back.
Yeah, and you don't have to wear uniform.
No, this was the first one.
Yeah, he's been entertaining his ladies again tonight. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, the role does involve a lot of contact with ladies of a certain age.
I've been with
Jackie and Kathy want you to hold the tube of the medicine up again so they can get it for their.
Can you see that? You find it on Amazon if you just put in what's it say on here, anti-hairball paste, it comes up. This is this one comes in several flavors. This one's the malt and cheese, I think. I went for the malt flavoring because the one that Jeff knew of in America contained malt.
My cat loves Maltesers.
Really?
He hears a box of Maltesers, he goes mad for it. Sometimes he gets one and he rolls it around the room and just sucks all the malt out of it. I know he shouldn't have them, but you can't stop him.
No,
you know what cats are like.
Well, the difference between cats and dogs, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you this one. If you die and nobody comes in, a dog will guard you. It will sit over you and it will guard you until somebody comes along. The cat, on the other hand,
Jackie says if he comes back, he has to dig out the pink tutu.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, cats will just eat you, and I admire that.
I respect that. I respect that. Yeah,
you know where you stand with a cat.
Yeah. And it makes sense.
Yep.
I don't want my body to just rot away and not be used for nourishment.
Well, exactly. I mean, you're a food source, so dying shouldn't stop you being a food source.
Exactly.
Exactly. I can see the logic in that.
Yeah.
So they reckon that our esteemed audience would rather like to see you in your pink tutu. Can you do that? This used to be my friend, ladies and gentlemen. He's giving me that look that says, I'm 6'5" tall, drop the subject. Subject dropped. But no, we are going to see much more of Brad because we're going to be doing the regular drop. But yes, I would have, in fact, Brad, do you want to come and do the show every 2 weeks? I can just take the time off.
I mean, if I'm around, you just let me know, and I can certainly do. Yeah, I can.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
If
the demand is obviously there to have him back, so let's have him back more often because I think he comes around because he likes my barbecuing. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, now Mr. Kellison here, the person sitting on the other side of the screen over there, has been badgering me and bullying me, saying you've got to have a grill. How can you live without a grill? Jeff cannot understand Brits surviving for years without owning a grill. So anyway, I finally gave in, and last week before, I ordered up a grill from Amazon, and I tell you what, I got an absolute bargain. It's got 4 burners, and it's got a side ring, and it's got a lid, and it's wonderful. And so tonight, Brad here was the very first person to sample my cooking on it.
Excuse me, I just need the bathroom.
Okay, and we'll be back in a minute. But I was genuinely surprised because obviously any grill, you get on one grill and then you go on another grill, they cook at different heats, they got different hot spots. So I'm cooking on this thing for the first time, literally. And I've got to say, I think they did grill up quite nicely, didn't they? They did.
They did.
It's quite slow.
What did you think of American hot dogs, Brad?
They were good. Yeah.
And the beans.
The beans went right in there as well.
Yeah, we had the American beans.
Yeah.
So that was all good. I tried to sort of show what the Americans have to put up with. So I thought it would be good to do that.
If you got a big American outdoor grill, you got to have big American food on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I went in to see the butchers today, and I said I got the. It's nice actually because I had a voucher when he got married a couple of years ago. I did his video, and he gave me a voucher, and I've been spending away at it. And I had £10.90 left on it, and I went down there and says, "A bit cheeky, but does this still work?" And he says, "Yeah. What do you want?" I says, "Well, I've got a grill." I said, can I convert this into burgers and sausages? So he said, yes. So we had a feast on burgers. And of course, I've already
so much food.
I've already got a supply of hot dogs downstairs in the freezer. But I've got to say, hot dogs are okay. I prefer the sausages. I do prefer the sausages. Just me. But yeah, so maybe we could have a tradition of people come round and I cook them a barbecue and then we do the show.
Bring your children and your RVs.
Yes. Yeah, do you know what? Have we no shown videos? We haven't really, have we? No videos this week. That's good. There is one I want to show. Andrew Norris is with us, and we did meet in London. I've not edited this, so this is the film that's going to go out this week. I'm just going to show you a few minutes of it, and then I'll stop, just so that you can see the lovely pub we were sitting in. I'm in London, and I'll tell you why after this. Actually, we don't have time.
London, really. Yes, we should actually Google it ourselves, really.
I'll tell you what, we'll do that. I'll edit all this crap out and I'll Google it and I'll sound very informative. So, how long have you been coming here?
I'm probably about 3 or 4 years now. Whenever I come to England to meet up with my walking group in July and stay with my mother and visit friends in Lewes and in Hastings, I always come up to London really just to come here, to have lunch here, although the menu at the moment is not, it has been better. And I usually go to like the basement of the basement, all the way down at the bottom, where there is a bar, but it's closed. There's a lot closed. I'm just hoping that this pub will survive, because after COVID, there's a historic pub which was across the way, which did close down, but it's wonderful to come here in the winter because there's an open fire and it's always roaring away. Yeah.
Right.
But it's a very historical pub.
Yes, and it's called
The Old Cheshire Cheese.
The Old Cheshire
Just off Fleet Street.
It literally is.
So
You go down an alleyway.
You go down an alleyway, narrow alleyway.
And like all old pubs, they don't spend very much on lighting. I've had to put my camera on a special setting, otherwise we'd be sitting in dark.
You have to imagine you're back in
It's candlelit.
Dickensian time
Absolutely.
and before.
And
it has that atmosphere. I wouldn't want bright lighting here.
No.
I mean, there is a concession with a fan on the ceiling.
Although there is room in the corner for a jukebox, maybe.
Or maybe a minstrel band.
Maybe
Lutes, harps and hurdy-gurdies.
a minstrel in the gallery, that would be
Yeah.
good. So, I've got to ask you this because I'm jealous as hell. How did you end up living in Europe? I mean, obviously you were there before Brexit, but I mean now we can't. If I would, I would move to Europe tomorrow. I was actually looking at flats in Bruges before Brexit. I was serious about
I remember
going.
your video from Bruges. It's a magical place, but I imagine it's pretty expensive.
It is expensive, but I mean, that option is taken away now. The best I can hope for is 90 out of every 180 days. So
Yeah.
how did you end up in Europe? And any advice for someone who doesn't want to live here anymore? Because this country, I'm afraid, is going to the dogs.
I know, it breaks my heart to see how the...
You can see it from outside looking back in, can't you? It must be even
well,
worse.
yeah, how the political leadership are...
Yeah, of course.
I cannot rationalise the policies that they are putting forward.
No.
But I first went to Croatia because I lived in Croatia in 1992 when there was a war on. The war started towards the end of 91, and I was working for the Royal Institute of British Architects, which is about construction and building, and I saw an exhibition of destroyed cultural monuments. Before that, I'd spent 3 years documenting the building of the National Gallery extension, the new Sainsbury wing. I spent 3 years painting it, filming it, photographing it from a hole in the ground to the finished building. And that was an extraordinary project. And then I saw this exhibition of destroyed cultural monuments, which was an antithesis of what I had just spent 3 years doing. And I was so shocked by that. I thought I must go to this country. So I took a note of all the people on the credit panel, and I systematically found their phone numbers, phoned them up, until I got to a woman called Jadranka Beresford Pierce. But she's from quite a noble family. She's Croatian, but her husband was Lord Henry Pierce. And she had established the International Trust for Croatian Monuments, raising money to restore a lot of this damaged cultural monuments in Croatia. And so I spoke to her and I said, I've seen your exhibition. I want to go to Croatia. I will pay for it all myself. I just need an introduction. And she put me in touch with a very influential man called Ante Soric. Now, he was the director of pretty much every main art museum in Zagreb. He was responsible for them.
So anyway, if you want to watch the rest of that, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be released in the next day or so. It is fascinating.
I was hooked.
Yeah, I tell you what,
I could listen to that for hours.
The story that man tells about, because I mean, he was there in Croatia when all this was happening. He was going around with like a soldier escort, doing all this work. It's riveting. It's riveting.
He was a monuments man.
Yeah, he was a monuments man. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
if you've seen the movie Monuments Men, that's what he was doing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, absolutely. So that will be going out later this week, and I think it's about 25, 30 minutes long. It's a fascinating conversation. Or it's not so much a conversation; it's me listening enthralled to what he has to say, because it's brilliant. So that was that. So again, thank you, Andrew. I'm looking forward to us working again. I've got a few ideas already hatching here that we could maybe work on. But I am going to go back to the Inns of Courts myself, and I'm going to do something about. Before you came on, I'm interested about the history. How come that area is what it is? Because I mean, we were looking at buildings that were Elizabethan, So I mean, we're talking going all the way back. There has been lawyering and that sort of activity going on there. Why in that area? What's the historical reason? I want to go and find out about that, because that interests me, and the peace and the quiet, and it's
the psychogeography of everywhere is fascinating, but the psychogeography of London in particular is so incredible. Like last time I was there, I used to hate visiting London. You get on the underground and then the world would completely change on the other side. You'd have no kind of basis for like where you actually are. There's no frame of reference. Last time I went to London, I walked the whole city. I did about 35 miles across in a weekend.
Oh, wow.
And being able to just walk through London and see the time changing, and see you walk around the corner and it's like you're in a completely different city.
It does that a lot, yeah.
Just turning off one road, and it's the way that London has grown and evolved and developed is it's something you can only experience overground, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is very much so. I mean, even where I lived, I grew up in the west of London, and you could go from Uxbridge, which was sort of a market town almost. You could go through to Taies, which was more working class, and then you're in Southall, which has a massive Sikh community.
Yeah.
And talk about changes. I mean, it was wonderful even then.
Yeah.
But and then you can turn a corner and there'll be like a beautiful leafy little lane, a row of Edwardian shops, and you can't not love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't spend much time in London, obviously, because I lived there and you've been there and you've done it. But it is nice to go back to, and there is still plenty of places like yesterday that I can go to and explore and find for the first time. I really enjoyed that. Jeff, what's happening in the comments, buddy?
Mason wants us to be sure and thank Brad for being here tonight. He says it was wonderful having him here. Station Master says, now you have a new nickname. I introduce you to Gabriel the Grill.
Gabe the Grill, that's me. Gabe the Griller.
Just don't grill the Gabe.
Yeah. Well, what I want to do now is I want to go from not owning a grill, I want to go to being a bit of a local, shall we say, hero when it comes to grilling.
A legend. You'll have to carry your spatula everywhere you go.
Absolutely. This guy, if you want a barbecue, you got to go to this guy's house, because until you've done that, you've not experienced a bar. That's where I want to get to now. Yeah. See what you've done? My next door neighbour has turned me into a domestic goddess, and Jeff is turning me into an American grill expert. I won't know where I am soon.
Tracy Murphy says, Andrew Murphy sends his regards. For those of
hello.
you who haven't seen his videos, Andrew Murphy's channel is A Moment of Murphy. His videos are very lighthearted, have good music, they're very enjoyable.
Yes, and I believe Dave Mundy's having a week off, did you tell me?
The Ponderer is taking a week off. He has a lighthearted video that he posted today, kind of an AI kind of thing that he put up. It's kind of funny. He's taking a week off. These have been the last couple of months have been just crazy for him with all the stuff going on and all that. His channel is The Wandering Ponderer. He usually puts out videos on Saturdays. They're very good. He's been doing a lot of history about his local village.
Mm-hmm. And of course, diagonal opposite there, Mr. Bernie with the village hall will be on next Wednesday at this time.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
You got it, Broham. You got it. Well, I guess that's my clock chiming 9 o'clock. This poor man has a wife to go home to, so we won't run over too much, because we need to get him back to his missus. Otherwise, she won't let him come out and play again. She can be a bit domineering, I've heard. And he's a big man, but if she says you ain't going out, he's staying home. Do you know what I mean? I can't say any more than that. So we don't want to get on the wrong side of the missus.
I live for my wife.
I do. I'm sure you do.
We'd love to have you back, Brad. The next time we have lots of questions about the history of town criers. And
we haven't even touched on that, have we?
We haven't touched on it. We were going to talk about the history of it. I tell you what.
I'll come back for a history lesson sometime.
Come back.
Yeah.
Come back in 4 weeks' time.
Yeah.
It'll give you time to sort it out and I can get the thing sorted out. So in 4 weeks' time, that's not the next show. The show after, Brad is going to come on and he's going to tell us all about the history of town criers, how they developed, how they came about, all that sort of thing. Because we've heard about how Brad became one. But I think it's interesting to look back at the history. You know,
I think so,
we could tell that history.
There is a lot of history.
And he boned up on it, especially for tonight. He's completely pissed off that we didn't ask him about it.
I've got like 5 pages of notes.
He has. They're there. They're under the table somewhere down here. You can hear them rustling.
We'll have to go through our pockets and gather up all our change to come up with enough money to feed him again.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, man, without those vouchers tonight, I'd have been in a financial red state. I tell you. He's a big boy and he eats for England. But no,
Mark Burgess says, Jeff, you need to show us some American grilled delights. I can do that. I actually bought a handmade Italian stainless steel grill that mounts to the outside of my RV and plugs into the RV's propane gas system in it. And you lift out the grill and it folds up against the wall. So I will be doing grilling when I'm home, and I will, maybe I'll do dino ribs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe I'll do something classically American.
Absolutely, like eat too much and fall asleep.
And invade a Middle Eastern country.
Yes. Yeah. Any more comments there, Jeff, before we wind down for the night?
Station Master wants to know, is Brad a member or is he going to become a member of the Guild of Town Criers?
I've contacted them, but
so far they haven't stopped laughing.
I haven't heard back yet. I'm gonna send a follow-up email and be like, hey.
Yes. No, you want to send a follow-up email that goes, oh yay, oh yay, oh yay, I sent you an email, send me a reply, God save the king. That'll get it.
Yeah.
If Station Master isn't too busy getting his car going again, I'll tell you, put Station Master in charge of something and the wheels get greased.
They do, don't they? Well, like I say, this poor man's got a wife to go home to, not unlike us sad people who just go home to our cats and things.
I got a cat as well.
He's got a cat as well. He's just greedy. He's just greedy. Brad, it's been fabulous.
It's
Thank you for
been
coming
so
in.
wonderful. Thank you for having me.
And we are looking forward to having you back in 4 weeks' time. I'll give you the date of
Great.
that before you go
Great.
home.
Great.
And we will actually seriously look at the history. And if you've got questions about the history of town crying or anything you want to know about it, have a think. And then if you want, you can email them to us at the channel, glastonburygabriel@gmail.com, or just ask them on the night. Jeff will pop the questions for you. And we'll be fully boned up about everything pertaining to town criers. We'll be well educated. Nobody else will know as much as we do because we would have been told by the man himself.
I want to know about the history of the thing that the mayor wears around his neck. That's what I want to know about. One of the things I want to know about.
Chain.
I don't know that one.
Yeah.
I don't know why it was a chain.
That's something we could try and get the mayor. I don't know if Michael will be up for it. I don't know if Bandu would have done it. I don't know if Michael
That
would.
sounds like a short to me. That sounds like a 1,000-view short.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have a look at that because that's a good question. I know the chain, the what's it called? The badge? They call it the badge?
I don't know.
I don't think.
I don't know. I've never been there.
I think we've changed ours and updated the symbol on it recently and the writing.
Yeah.
Recently, I don't quite know too much about it, but
Not
yeah,
blow up.
that's a damn good question. And we will look into that. And if I can't answer it, I'll get someone on the show who can. Maybe this guy could look it up and he could tell us. Well, you know, yeah, that's where Jeff waving goodbye. So, yes, it is time to say goodbye. We're overrunning again. It's nearly 10 past. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been fabulous having you here. Brad, it's been better than brilliant, and we're looking forward to having you back. Jeff, again, thank you. Jeff was up at 2 o'clock this morning, again, driving like an idiot to get home so that he could stop and do the show every time he does that, and it's so appreciated. And last of all, everybody who's watched tonight, thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you.
It's been
Thank
great
you,
having
everybody.
you here, and we look forward to doing it all again soon. But for now, it's goodbye from me, it's goodbye from him, and it's goodbye from Jeff.
Goodbye.
Right.
Bye-bye.
My thoughts and